Boom chakalaka, boom. What's going on, beautiful people? Happy Friday, happy 4th of July holiday weekend. Man, I hope you all enjoy it. Please, please, please stay safe. And welcome to day 32 of 365. A couple of days ago, I mentioned I wanted to share a secret that I've had. Not many people knew about this, and it's not that I was ever going to keep it away from anybody. It's just I was looking for the right time, and it's never really the right time. I was thinking about putting this in my book, but I when you have critical piece of information, there are people out there that need to hear it at whatever capacity. Um, I'm gonna. This may run a little long, so if it stops in the middle, just catch part two. So I'm gonna have day 32, part one, and part two. Okay. So a piece of my life that I wanted to share is that um, many of you know that the Friends concept was born on August 29th, 2005. Since then, the concept festered in me every day. So as the years went by, that obsession, that drive to make a product that's going to benefit humanity, not only in the long term but in the immediate present. Um, so to me, it was how do I want to be viewed by people who, obviously hear about it and then find information of the founder. And it's pretty simple that, look, I'm an immigrant. I came in 1970 at the age of 2, with no siblings. My parents wanted to give me an opportunity to do something with my life that they didn't have back in Serbia, right? I mean, that's pretty much what all of us immigrants and our fathers and mothers felt who came to this country. That's why I love this country. This is the greatest country on the planet. Um, so now I've been given this life to do whatever I can with it, right? Back in 2015, when I went to the Shark Tank audition, my employer terminated me because I went without approval. But that was the thing. I went to them, and their reasoning was, we just don't want you to go. That's a bullshit move, and we all know that. That's somebody, pressing the thumb on you, hierarchy, dominance. I don't play that at all. So I took a chance on myself, and I went anyway, and was terminated for doing so. Um, I used up all my resources, my savings that I had on 4 months or so worth of bills and payments and such, because I just really couldn't find work. So the opportunity came where my son's mom, my ex-wife, said, look, I need some help around the house. You're welcome to stay here until you find something and then get yourself set up. Great. Sadly, I just couldn't find work. Whether it wasn't looking in the right places, uh, what was available was not worth the time. Um, so a number of months went by, 8 as a matter of fact. And I noticed that I overstayed my welcome. So this is early 2016. Well, I didn't have a place to go, so I took my son to school that morning, and I told him, listen, it's best if I don't stay because I don't want there to be any trouble with your mom. So I'm gonna remove myself from your home. And he said, well, where are you gonna go? And I said, well, I really have no place to go, so I pretty much been living out of my car ever since. So the last 5 years now, that's pretty much what my life has been. It was nobody's business really, other than the only person that mattered the most, and that was my son. And he understood, and even though he may have not liked it in respects to, hoping his dad would have a roof over his head and, steady work, he still understood, because he's probably my biggest fan in respects to loving the direction that was set before me. So, over the past 5 years, I've learned a lot about myself. I have no trouble being alone. All the friends that I have are in South Florida. My high school friends. Go South Broward, woo, go Bulldogs. But the issue is I didn't want to say anything because instinctively the first thing that people go is, oh, please, please, please cut that out of this conversation completely, because I'm not going to accept that response. Reason is that, you see, the critical part about being an entrepreneur is the mindset of achieving your goals, right? Whatever obstacles are set before you, if you can't go over them, if you can't go around them, you fucking go through them, right? So this situation made me go through my obstacles. People will automatically assume that, this isn't good for you, this isn't. No. What they don't understand is they don't have that mindset. For me, this shit is nothing. Going to Shark Tank audition was, and for the ones that are questioning, was the single best move I've made in my life. Well, the second. The first is being here in Tallahassee after my son was born, because I didn't want him to wonder where his dad was in his life. So that's why I chose to come up here. Okay? The second greatest movie move that I made was going to this audition, because it opened up the possibilities. I saw the structure, I saw how it was laid out, I saw what key people were looking for. I have all that information, so why not take a chance to see how far I could go? There are two